The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, Ryan. And his first pass is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And there's the first NFL catch for the Maryland man, DJ Moore. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him a gain of 38. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw, Newton. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
On second down, McCaffrey looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Thinking about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it. Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again, Ryan. Sitting with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They'll look to run with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Go. Hey, go.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Marshall, the intended receiver.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Robert Ayers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Here's Newton. Pressure brought in. Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
We got three, fellas. We got three. We go.
Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, here's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go. Do something.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Ready. Next pass.
Here's Newton. Being chased out left. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Newton. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On 1st down, Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Newton to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Newton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, at its 1st and 10. Now Marshall. Room here to run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he fits, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Terrell McClain able to collapse the pocket and drop it for a loss of a yard. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he gets gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Newton now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Gano out to kick this one away. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the Panthers coming out now. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
His throw incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Newton again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. This is Marshall, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
On the ball. Good.
They'll run with Marshall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now running right through it. Touchdown, Carolina. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Off the bootleg. Ryan, he'll buy some, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Julius Peppers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Let's rock now. Gun, gun. Set. Set with 80. Gun, gun.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with pressure. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now Newton on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Out to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Marshall. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Panthers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.